Blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone people. Back at it again with another video. Thank you all for checking this one out. Now, the ICC T20 World Cup is rapidly approaching. And we know this format of the game, this is what drives a lot of, you could say, excitement. A lot of fans around the world look forward to T20 cricket, especially when it comes on to the T20 World Cup. Now, earlier today, ICC announced the groups. Yes, they announced the groups. So we now know the teams that we will have to go up against in the early stages or in the early stage of the tournament. So I'm going to walk you through the groups. I'm going to let you also hear exactly what some ICC representatives had to say as it relates to where some of the games will be played and why. Remember, we have India and Sri Lanka hosting, right? So we know the political tension between India and Pakistan and all of that. So they have worked out some stuff in case we have those two teams playing each other and all of that. So we're going to be taking a look at that. We're also going to be zooming in on when our games will be played, right, in this first round. So just give a listening ear until the end, and you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So let's jump straight into it. West Indies, we find ourselves in Group C. Yes, my people. We find ourselves in Group C, and we have England, Bangladesh, Italy, Nepal, and West Indies. Those are the teams in Group C. England, West Indies, Bangladesh, Italy, and Nepal. Right? So those are the teams that we will have to go up against in the early phase there. Now, let's take a look at the other groups real quick. In Group A, we have India, USA, Namibia, Netherlands, and Pakistan. Yes. India, USA, Namibia, Netherlands, and Pakistan. Very interesting group there. Group B, we have Australia, Sri Lanka, Zimbabwe, Ireland, and Oman. Right? Australia, Sri Lanka, Zimbabwe, Ireland, and Oman. You already heard Group C. Group D, we have South Africa, New Zealand, Afghanistan, Canada, and UAE. Right? South Africa, New Zealand, Afghanistan, Canada, and UAE. So those are the teams, my people. Group A all the way through to Group D. Now, this is what ICC sent out because, as I said, there will always be concerns when you have these certain teams hosting our teams potentially going up against each other. So ICC sent this out. I'm going to share this and then I'll let you hear when we are going to play our first few games. So they say if Pakistan qualifies for the semifinals, right, Columbus Primadasa Stadium will replace Calcutta as the host of the semifinal, as host of semifinal 1, right? So they had Calcutta there. So they say should Pakistan reach the final, that venue will also shift from Ahmedabad to Colombo, right? So they have to be flexible, work things around, just in case Pakistan goes through to the semi-final and also the final. They say if India and Pakistan meet in the semi-finals, that match will be staged in Colombo, while Mumbai will host semi-final 2 involving India if they face any team other than Pakistan, right? So the whole idea is to try and make sure that India and Pakistan don't face each other at certain venues, right? So that is what's happening there. It's a good thing we have Sri Lanka hosting alongside India, right? I tell you, it's sports is such a good thing, different sports, but whenever you have political issues, going hand in hand, it's always a pain to deal with. So let's just take a look at when we are going to play our first set of games real quick. Now, West Indies. So our first game, we will go up against Bangladesh. Our first game is against Bangladesh. And that game will be played on the 7th of February. Yes, the 7th of February at Calcutta. So West Indies versus Bangladesh on the 7th of February. 3 p.m. is what they have here. Now, when it comes on to our second game, we are going up against England. And this one will be played in Mumbai. And this is going to be on the 11th of February. So the first one on the 7th, the second one on the 11th. And we go up against England. 7 p.m. is what they have there. Now, our third game, we faced Nepal, right? We faced Nepal at 11 a.m. Nepal at 11 a.m. And that's on the 15th of February in Mumbai. So that is what's happening there. And the final one, we go up against Italy. Italy, 11 a.m. on the 19th. Calcutta is where that game will be played. So I guess I don't want to say that I don't want to undermine any team. Nepal, they have already showed what they are capable of. They have shown that, listen, we're not playing around. But guess what? We have to make sure, we have to try and win the first two games, right? Bangladesh and England. Bangladesh and England, we need to win those games, right? Those are the first two games. And as I said, I don't want to seem as if I'm making it. I don't want it to appear as if, you know, I am insinuating that we can just walk by the other two teams. I am not saying that at all. I am definitely not saying that. So, you know, we need to win. We need to try and win Bangladesh and England, and then we see where we take it from there. So, you know, Bangladesh, England, Nepal, Italy. We have to try and see what we can. And then we take it deep. So, that is how it's looking, my viewers and subscribers. Not the worst group in the world. Definitely not the worst group in the world. Not saying that it's easy. You know, we're gonna have to deal with Bangladesh in those conditions where spin will definitely help them. You know, spin will be probably, you know, we know it go already when it comes on to us and spin friendly conditions. So we have to make sure that we are putting our best foot out there. So once again, my viewers and subscribers, Group A, India, USA, Namibia, Netherlands, Pakistan. Group B, Australia, Sri Lanka, Zimbabwe, Ireland, Oman. England, West Indies, Bangladesh, Italy, Nepal for Group C. Group D, South Africa, New Zealand, Afghanistan, Canada, and UAE. And if you should just look at it and say that you are just going off what's on paper, we never know what the future holds. You are looking at Group A, probably India and Pakistan to find your way out of that group. Group B, you're looking at Australia, right? And Sri Lanka will be a bit hard to deal with also. So you're probably looking at Australia and Sri Lanka. Can't put anything past Zimbabwe and Ireland them though, right? Group C, we're hoping West Indies and somebody else. We're hoping West Indies and someone else. You know, hopefully it's probably going to be West Indies and England. As I said though, Bangladesh will be a handful. Bangladesh will be a handful, but it's the tournament that they all want to be. You know, they all want to take part in. They all want to be at that tournament. So they're going to have to find a way to pull through. Group D, this is probably the dangerous group here. You have South Africa, New Zealand, Afghanistan, Canada, UAE. South Africa will look to get through New Zealand, and you can't put anything past Afghanistan, my people. So probably it's gonna be South Africa finding a way to get through. New Zealand, they always put together a nice little unit. You understand? And as I said, Afghanistan, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. But I just wanted to give you that quick report on this. But there will be several other videos leading up to the World Cup that we'll talk. Big up.